Alright you guys, welcome back to another deck profile. Today we're going to be going over Brock's Ninetales. This bracket is filled with a lot of fun decks, so I'm really excited to be showing it all to you. But Brock's Ninetales is one of our babies, I would say. Brock's Ninetales is one that we always want to keep in the cube whenever we cube because it can unleash so many cool possibilities. In U150 we can unlock all those and do something really cool and really fun. So if you don't know what Brock's Ninetales does, what you can do is you can attach an evolution to it, and it becomes that evolution, pretty much. You treat Brock's Ninetales as that Pokemon instead. It can't evolve, de-evolve, use that Pokemon power. That's the only downside, is it can't use that Pokemon power. But you can discard it if you want and change it into another thing. So you can always just kind of attack with what you want to attack with. You have a whole bunch of HP. Really cool. So it's just kind of this big sort of, you can attack with whatever attack you need to that turn. Pluses and minuses, though. The minuses is that if this Pokemon gets affected by a special condition, it loses this ability, so it discards that card. If you get Hexter Goop, you have to discard that card. So that fragile 70 HP is kind of a problem. However, we do play a Ninetales Break to help kind of alleviate that problem, because it still retains this ability. So you can Break Evolve it, and then attach a Pokemon to it to use all their attacks as well. So that's 140 HP on it. Kind of does help you out with that a little bit. So since we are playing Ninetales, we might as well just play full-on Ninetales. We are playing a Roast Reveal for some extra draw power, the Bright Look for an extra Lysander effect, and then a Ninetales GX, one of the best GXs in the game, especially in this deck. You kind of need a bigger, heavier header. We're playing a 4-4 line. You do get the advantage of playing the Alone and Vulpix from Guardians Rising for Beacon, and then 3 other Vulpix randomly, whatever, those don't matter. There's no other really good Vulpixes. So a 4-4 line, you can kind of, we call it Brock's Ninetales, but you could just call it straight Ninetales because there is so many Ninetales cards. Their other 2 attackers in the deck are Victini and Volcanion because it's a fire-based deck. I like throwing these in all fire decks, just as kind of like extra stuff to fall back on and for extra acceleration. But you may be wondering, what cards are we shape-shifting into? Look no further, we are about to tell you. So the first one we're going to shape-shift into, you got this Blaziken. It does 50 damage in Clutch, so you can keep something in the active if you need to. Attach a Muscle Band to it, and you do 70 damage with one-shots Porygon 2s, and Uxie. Multiple, you can kill Uxies. Grady's over there laughing his ass off. So clutch there, but really Burning Shot, discard 2 fire energies, and you can snipe something for 150 damage anywhere on the field. Blaziken could be a deck in its own right. Burning Shot, Blaziken, it just kind of makes sense with a fire-based deck like this. We're also going to be playing Take Out Machamp for 1 fighting energy, knock out a basic Pokemon. It's just going to be going in any sort of toolbox-based deck. Non-evolved Pokemon, sorry, yeah. Not evolution. So non-evolved Pokemon, you're knocking out legend Pokemon, you're knocking out all that kind of stuff. You're playing Empoleon. You can't use Diving Drop, but you can use Attack Command. You could also play Jump Bluff if you're worried about the whole EX thing here. But Attack Command here. We are playing a Deafen Dragonite. It's got 40... and your opponent can't play item cards, so if you need item block. We're going to play a Mega Houndoom and a Mega Rayquaza. You're not Mega Evolving, you're just becoming that Pokemon, so you don't lose your turn. You just attach these, and now you get these big one-shot attacks and these big HPs. So those are the 6 Pokemon we're going to be trying to turn into. You have an attack for not very much energy, something to knock out non-evolved Pokemon, some Snipe, some item lock, and then some big one-shot capabilities here. Moving on to support Pokemon, we're not playing all 10, we're only playing 6. We're going to play the 1-1 Claydol line, only a 1-1 Porygon line because we do play Roast Reveal Ninetales if you need that 3rd support Pokemon. Uxie, Dunsparce, Lapras, and Spiritomb as well to round it out. Moving on to supporters, a lot of standard stuff here for the rest of it. You're going to be Roseanne's Research, Bebe's, Wally's, Collector, and Karina, all for Search. For draw power, you have Juniper and Sycamore, as well as N and Rockets, Colress, Copycat, and then Professor Oak's New Theory. For the draw 2 cards, just Teammates and Oracle. That's really all you need there. You could put a Twins in if you wanted to, but maybe not in this one. You don't necessarily fall behind quickly with this deck because you can take fast one-shots with Brock's Ninetales. Guzma, Lysander, and AZ for switching cards. Trump card and Marley's for recovery. And then Hex and Blacksmith for your miscellaneous there. Keep in mind when you Hex, you do lose your Shapeshift. So Hex on a turn where you're attacking with like Alone and Ninetales GX or Volcanion or something like that. And then you're playing a fire deck, so Blacksmith just makes natural sense. Moving on to item cards here. Whole bunch. We're going to play for Search. We're going to play an Evo Soda, Ultra Ball, Lux Ball, Level Ball, all standard here. Soup Teleport, Computer Search, and PCOM. Misty's Wrath for Draw Power, Acrobike, Bill, and Oak, all for Draw Power, so you get your Search and your Draw. Recovery, we're going to play Retriever and Stretcher just to keep the the Brock's Ninetales fresh, as well as recovering any sort of one-off attackers of the ones that you're shapeshifting into. Super Rod as well for some recovery, Versus Seeker and Palpad, as well as Item Fighter and Junk Arm. And then we also play a Time Space Distortion for that same sort of reason. If you get 2 heads on this, you're going to grab your Brock's Ninetales and the thing you want to shapeshift into. Switching cards, you have Escape Rope and Scoop Up. And then moving on here to the rest of the cards, we're going to have Field Blower and Posturix Invention, mostly all standard there. Hypnotoxic Lasers in here for the Dragon's Exalted Ninetales. It does 10 plus 50 for every special condition, so a way to put special conditions is nice. Aqua Patch, it's going to help you not only with Alone in Ninetales GX, but also, ironically enough, Empoleon. You put Empoleon on the bench, you can Aqua Patch, you're attacking right away without attaching from your hand. And then Battle Compressor to Battle Compress away Fire Energies for Blacksmith, Water Energies for Aqua Patch, or any sort of attacker that you know you're not going to use that game that you're shapeshifting into. You know you're not going to shapeshift into something like, if you don't need that one shot, you can get rid of your 2 Mega Pokemon if you know you're not going to need them. For stadiums here, Broken Time Space for playing Evolutions. Scorched Earth for some extra draw power and a fire-based deck. And then Skyfield, not only, your bench space is not really clunky, it's mainly for Empoleon to deal extra damage. Looking at items here, you're going to be having your standard Floatstone Muscle Band. Then we're also playing a Sparkling Robe. This stops you from getting affected by special conditions, so it stops your opponent from playing a laser to remove your Shapeshift. It really only gives them the out of a Windstorm or a Hex to get your Shapeshift off. So Sparkling Robe helps just a little bit against those status condition decks or decks that are playing laser. Your Elite Four, you got all 4 of them, plus your Dowsing Machine. Dowsing's the best ace spec. Just remember, like I said, be careful when you play Goop when you have Shapeshift out, because you might lose that. Energy, if you are playing Boost Energy is going to be going for that Mega Rayquaza, being able to one-shot right away. Burning Energy is for Ninetales Break. Being able to keep that on there is awesome. Rainbow and Double Rainbow, just to kind of help out all of your multi-energy attackers. DCE for Deafen, so you can attach that right away. Double Rainbow doesn't work on Deafen because it is an EX. You're going to see 3, 6, 9 Fire Energies and 3 Water Energies. Kind of the perfect balance for Alone in Ninetales that you really want to get out early, and Empoleon, and then plus your Fires for all your fire-based attackers. So that's it for Brock's Ninetales. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you have any other attackers that you're like, hey, what about shapeshifting into this guy? Ask about it, and we will tell you if it's good or not, I think. I don't know. Who are we to decide? But experiment around with it. It's a super, super fun deck. Hope you guys have a good one.